Our tale begins with Hermes, who was the son of Zeus and Maia, which reigned on Mount Kyllene in Peloponnese. As an infant, Hermes was mischievous and incredibly naughty, so it didn't take long for him to get into trouble. He ran away from his mother's cave when he was only 1 day old. On his trek, he came across a tortoise and killed it, converting it into what we now call the musical instrument lyre. The following afternoon, he departed from his mother's care once again and traveled to Pieria, a region where gods pastured their cattle. He stole 50 of Apollo's cattle by making the cattle walk backwards in order to avoid detection. He made sandals by connecting twigs together to conceal the tracks he had left. He covered the evidence of his crime by burning the carcasses of the 2 animals and tossing them into the river to hide his trail, after herding the cattle into a cave and offering 2 to the gods. Hermes returned home, re-entered his cradle, and pretended nothing had taken place. It wasn't long before Apollo noticed his cattle were missing and went in search of them. Despite Hermes' efforts to conceal his wrongdoing, Apollo was quick to identify him as the culprit. Angry, he went to confront his half-brother Zeus, which threatened to imprison Hermes in the underworld. Hermes had his response prepared, stating how anyone his age was able to accomplish something like this. Zeus found Hermes' fixation on innocence amusing, but insisted on releasing all the animals. But before he did so, Hermes picked up his instrument and began to play. The music was so powerful and delightful that Apollo begged Hermes for the instrument, promising him to give up his cattle and honor him with the title of divine herdsman in return. Apollo went to Zeus to discuss the incident, and they agreed that Hermes be given the title messenger of the gods, as well as a trickster, god of thieves, and god of travelers to assist mankind in trade. Apollo bestowed to him the caduceus to carry as a mark of his great status. Pan is also said to have invented the panpipes. Pan, a god with horns and goat legs, was one of Hermes' many children. Pan could instill fear or panic in the souls of mortals with a single shout. One of Hermes' responsibilities, in addition to protecting travelers, was to guide the deceased souls to Hades. He would transport the souls to the river Styx, where Charon, the ferryman, would transport the souls of the dead to the other side if they were properly buried, with a coin placed under the tongue as payment for Charon. Considering Hermes was the protector of travelers, statues of his head and a phallus on stone pillars, called Hermes, were put for good luck along roads, at crossroads, and in courtyards and town squares. Zeus frequently used him not just for conveying messages, but also to complete chores that the gods and the human race was unable to accomplish himself. The significance of Hermes from Greek mythology is visible in many parts of modern life today. While ancient pagan beliefs have evolved, some have developed or simply vanished. As the messenger of the gods and patron of commerce, Hermes is frequently associated with trade and business. The term hermetic comes from Hermes and refers to something that is airtight or sealed, reflecting the secrecy and confidentiality that is typically required in transactions between businesses. The name Hermes has been adopted by a well-known French luxury business known for producing high-quality goods such as leather, accessories, and apparel. The link of the brand with Hermes reflects craftsmanship, elegance, and luxury. Hellenic Post is in charge of the country's postal needs, which include the delivery of mail, packages, and other postal services. The association with Hermes is symbolic, representing today's institution's historical and cultural ties back to Greek mythology. In the sphere of technology, the concept of fast and efficient communication might be viewed as a modern interpretation of Hermes' position as divine messenger. Hermes' symbols, such as the caduceus and the winged sandals, are frequently utilized as symbols of travel, commerce, and speed in a broad range of contexts. While direct deity worship of Hermes has decreased, the figure's symbolic and mythological aspects continue to resonate throughout the modern world in society's language, symbols, and practices. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content.